you have to be willing to learn all through your life.
The expectations have changed from the people who are joining fresh into this particular role.
अगर आप रिपोर्टिंग कर रहे हो तो इट्स रियली लॉन्ग आवर्स. आ जाओ, स्टोरी आई है, ये कुछ हो गया है, यहाँ पे जाके कवर करना है, अभी कोई नहीं है. The focus should be on writing simple. You know, simplicity really works everywhere in life. A good writer doesn't necessarily translate into a good editor.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to Wisdom Whispers with Abhishek Mittal. So today we have a different guest and we'll be discussing about a different sector and industry and a job profile today. So we have a guest who's a hardcore Delhiite, I can say. She's the one who has a different facets in the life. She loves meditation, and on the other side, she also very much loves fashion as well. So we have today Priyanka, who has almost 2 decades of experience in editorial guidance, internal communication, strategic and change communications, and communications coaching. So let's welcome Priyanka to the show.
Hi, Abhishek. I'm so glad to be here and finally get to talk to you. I've been seeing your episodes and finally it feels nice to be here in the studio with you.
Great. Thanks, Priyanka. And this is how our episodes usually go, right? But आज एक थोड़ा सा और twist है. What the twist is, I have a co-host with me. So let me quickly introduce my co-host for this episode. So we have a co-host, Mania Jain. She's a MIT student. She's currently pursuing her English honors from MIT. So let's welcome Mania to the show as well.
Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Manya. I'm ready to be grilled by both of you.
Thanks, Priyanka. Mania, welcome to the show. Maybe let's start with your brief intro. A one-liner.
Hi, I'm Manya. I am currently pursuing English honors from Amity University. I had done my schooling from Delhi Public School, Mathura Road.
Great. Let's start this show then. Thanks, Manya. Thanks, Priyanka, for joining us. So, Priyanka, before we get into this this particular industry or a job profile which we are trying to target today, let's hear from you. What's your career story?
Okay, so I am in a very traditional sense that, that regular English honors student or girl. And I did my graduation from Sri Venkateswara College, Delhi, in English honors. And then I moved on to do my master's in English from LSR. And then I also briefly was pursuing my MPhil in English again from JNU, which I left in the middle क्योंकि पढ़ाई और झेली नहीं जा रही थी मुझसे. And so in terms of education, that's how it went. And I started my career really as a guest lecturer at Maitri College, Delhi University. And at that time, वो होता है कि हमें कुछ करके दिखाना है, हमें बस I don't want to just walk into a classroom and address 50 students and come back and then be toiling over और मैं notes बना रही हूँ और ये कर रही हूँ. And at that point, the TV news channels were really just coming into being. And, a news anchor was the new shiny thing. Everyone wanted to be a news anchor back then. And so did I. So I got into Headlines Today, which is now... I think it's now India Today
Yes.
TV. Yeah, so that's what it is. And I started by reporting. And at that age, ऐसा भी होता है कि you don't really know आपको चाहिए क्या, आप खुद अपने आप को इतना नहीं समझते हो. तो I got into that, but I realized I wasn't enjoying it.
Oh.
And so I didn't want to do it anymore. Plus the lifestyle is so bad. Jobs ka when we talk about jobs, we just talk about the profile, skills, etc. But there is also a lifestyle that every job involves, and we must take that into consideration.
Yes.
And I felt कि ये तो नहीं होगा जिंदगी भर. So I need to move to something else. And then that's how I got into the professional services space, and I've stuck with it for the longest time. I'm still with a professional services firm, and that's really how it has been for me, that I then moved into professional services, and I've stuck with the path of editorial and communications coaching, and also now internal communications and all of that.
So you picked up a very good point, Priyanka, about a lifestyle in a particular role, right? And we have interviewed a couple of more guests earlier, and they also started their life with media and reporting, and then they moved into something else. So can you throw some light that what exactly the lifestyle and how it impacted you?
So media, especially, television news is a very ruthless industry in terms of the lifestyle that it involves. And, there could be night shifts, you coming back at, say, 4 o'clock in the morning after shooting, and then you'll be called again at 9 o'clock कि आ जाओ, स्टोरी आई है, ये कुछ हो गया है, यहाँ पे जाके कवर करना है, अभी कोई नहीं है. एंड आई वाज लाइक ये हो क्या रहा है. एंड
डॉक्टर से भी बुरी आदत है.
हाँ, एंड द शिफ्ट टाइमिंग्स आर आल्सो, प्लस अगर आप रिपोर्टिंग कर रहे हो तो इट्स रियली लॉन्ग आवर्स. And if you're looking to have a balanced life, there's not everyone needs to make that choice also. There's some people who really thrive in the
Yes.
high adrenaline rush that the media life and
Glamour.
that glamour ना बाहर से बहुत दिखता है when you're
अच्छा.
actually into it, when you're actually working hard for the stories, especially as a reporter. There's so much hard work that goes into it.
Oh.
That was another thing, कि बाहर से देखने लगता था everything is glamour, पर आप गए हो, आपको इतना, I have to, I've interviewed Akshay Kumar also. I've interviewed Sadhguru Jaggi also at the start of my career, and I'm really fortunate to have done that. But उसमें इतना homework लगता था that by the time you face the celebrity, all your attention is यार मैं अपना क्वेश्चन ना भूल जाऊं.
उनका एक ऑरा होता है, राइट? आपको ऐसा लगता है कि यार अच्छा वो सामने बैठे हैं.
हाँ. And at that point, obviously, it was new for me also. So I was also, really trying to prove myself through, the questions that I'm coming up with. Then it wasn't so relaxed. After probably 20 years of reporting, someone might be different. But it wasn't all glamour. Glamour. There was a lot of hard work, lot of long hours, जो मुझसे नहीं हो पा रहा था. और and I was like, I might as well choose something which I can sustain for my life.
Right. No, thanks a lot for sharing that, because I think a lot of people in the current environment वो ही सोचते हैं यार ये इतना glamorous रोल है एक अपने कार के ऊपर प्रेस लिखवाना एंड डूइंग ऑल दिस थिंग्स. सो अच्छा है कि उनको एक एटलीस्ट मालूम चलेगा कि हाँ बहुत हार्ड वर्क है इसके पीछे, एंड यदि आप तैयार हो उतना करने के लिए तो यू गेट इनटू इट. lot of people are currently into it, and a lot of colleges which are there right now who are getting specialized courses around that as well. So thanks a lot for sharing that.
जैसा आपने अभी बोला कि बहुत लोग को आइडिया नहीं होता कि ये करने के बाद, जैसे जर्नलिज्म में आपने रिपोर्टिंग करा, जर्नलिज्म करा, अब वहाँ पे क्या होता है वो हम लोग को थ्रू एन आई नहीं समझ आता रियलिटी में क्या होता है. तो according to you, what are the career options an English literature student can pursue graduation के बाद या फिर post graduation के बाद?
So I think an English honors student really has the field very, very wide open for them. They can get into so many different things, which a lot of other specialized courses, people coming from other specialized courses can't get into. And there is journalism for one. There is editorial, and editorial with corporate setups, and also with publishing houses. There are so many content creator roles these days. Everywhere and anywhere. Then there is PR. Then a new emerging field that has come up, I'm seeing this more and more, especially after COVID, is internal communication. इससे पहले बहुत सारी कंपनी ज्यादातर होता था अपने मार्केट में हमारी इमेज कैसी है, हम उसके लिए वर्क करें, PR पे वर्क करें, हमारे गवर्नमेंट के साथ कैसे रिलेशंस है, मीडिया के साथ कैसे रिलेशंस है. तो दैट वाज एक्सटर्नल कम्युनिकेशंस. बट विद कोविड, द नीड टू रिटेन वंस एम्प्लॉइज, द नीड टू एंगेज वंस एम्प्लॉइज, क्योंकि अगर आप नहीं करोगे, मोस्ट ऑफ द कंपनीज आर वर्किंग इन अ हाइब्रिड सेटअप में तो मोस्टली कर ही रहे हैं, कुछ आर आल्सो वर्किंग इन रिमोट सेटअप. आप नहीं करोगे तो छोड़ के चले जाएंगे. So that has really given rise to internal communications, which is communicating to your employees.
Yep.
And that is, I think it's the latest in, the latest hot thing in communications. And again, English students can get into that. Then trainer, teaching, coaching. Again, these are things that English honors students can get into. And probably there are some that I don't even know of, because I joined the industry 20 years ago, and I'm just talking about the things that I know about.
Right.
but you're lucky to be studying English, because you can fit and grow in almost every discipline that you aspire to get into,
Thank you for telling that.
except probably a surgeon.
Great. So, Priyanka, one more question related to this. When you started and you pivoted from reporting to editorial, right? What was the expectations from that role, right? When you start as a fresh, right, or maybe after 2-3 years of experience, and how you look at now, that how the expectations have changed from the people who are joining fresh into this particular role.
So one thing that I would say, and this is in fact unfortunate, and based on whatever I have seen in my career, that the expectations typically from an editorial role haven't really changed much.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at a lot of firms, they are still fairly low. And that is very sad. And India does not also, we don't even have specialized courses or training for editorial professionals. Like, what does it take to be an editor? What does it take to be a business editor? There is nothing like that. You just learn things on the job.
Right.
In terms of, say, the basic skills that would be required for this role, I would say a genuine love for communication. And I'm using the word communication very deliberately. I'm not saying a genuine love for language, because language would mean, every word, the language that I love, I like, the words that I love and like. But communication really is about communicating your point effectively to your audience.
Yeah.
And that is the editor's role, to communicate the point effectively. Then, they need to have an excellent grasp over grammar. It's a different thing to be a good writer, and it's a very different thing to be a good editor. And so you also need to have a very keen attention to detail, because that's what editors are known for.
Yes.
Their simplified job is to pick up all the commas and the spelling errors, which it is not, but, we have to say that. And then you need to have excellent verbal and written communication skills. Verbal communication skills are also very important, because an editor is also constantly coaching others, providing feedback. And if your verbal communication skills don't match up, there needs to be a certain aura around an editor, however unfortunate or biased that might be, but है ऐसा. तो आपको you have to be good at both verbal and written communication. ऐसे नहीं हो सकता कि आप सिर्फ you're editing good on paper, you're editing well on paper, but जब आप बोल रहे हैं तो वो translate नहीं हो रहा है.
There's one more question, like through the years, अब आगे जैसे if I'm talking about someone जो अभी education pursue कर रहा है, तो over the course of 3 to 4 years ऐसे क्या क्या pointers हैं जिनको मैं अच्छे से focus करूँ, that will be more, it would be easy for me to fit in the industry, या फिर it will be easier for me to get successful in the industry.
Okay, and are you talking specifically from the perspective of an editorial role, or from a person making the shift from campus to corporate?
From campus to corporate.
Okay, so I think in general, the first most important thing would be to culturally fit the environment of your organization. And when we move from campus to corporate, we're coming from campus ki masti, or and I don't know what this generation is called. Is it Gen Z, Alpha?
Gen Z.
Gen Z. Okay, so when you move to when you move to the campus, I think most of us are Gen Y. So there is that disconnect, in terms of what our expectations are from people who join the firm versus what Gen Z's expectations are, or what they would want in their ideal workspace. So one is cultural fit. So just look around, just look for cues around you, even if you don't have anything hard written, to absorb and to adapt to the environment, to the culture of your organization. Another thing, हम जैसे at least communication के perspective से हम ये बहुत बोलते हैं कि in school and college हम जितने पेपर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लिख सकते हैं, जितने बड़े से बड़े words use कर सकते हैं, that's better, क्योंकि हमें उसी पे मार्क्स मिलेंगे. हमने कितनी एक्स्ट्रा शीट्स डाली, हमें कितने 50 लेटर लंबे वर्ड्स आते हैं. But it's the exact opposite in when you move to corporate life. So and I don't want the today's generation to unlearn so much. So पहले से ही focus now in your your focus should be on writing simple. Simplicity really works everywhere in life, and very very beautifully in the field of communication. Because आगे जाके आपको simply ही लिखना है. आपकी audiences के पास time नहीं है इतने पोथे पुराण पढ़ने के लिए. They are going to make hard business decisions. आप उनके पास मुश्किल से 5 मिनट पे मोबाइल पे वो स्क्रॉल कर रहे हैं, आपका देख रहे हैं, आप उनका 50 घंटे मांग रहे हो. नहीं है उनके पास time. They are going to go to some other company and read their stuff if they get better and simpler insights there. So the whole focus should be on being simple, understanding आप किसके लिए लिख रहे हो, आपकी audience कौन है, and really adapting to the culture. And बाकी I think you will get there, but when you reach an organization, reach with an open mind. First, see what it has to offer. Just understand the culture before making any judgments, etc. Try to adapt, and then slowly make your way through it.
Okay. And like when we get into the corporate world, what are the major challenges that someone new in the industry faces?
Okay. So depending on I think there is a big shift. From campus life to corporate life, there would be a big shift. Suddenly there is a structure around everything. There are rules around everything. You have to mind your P's and Q's. वहाँ पर आप कुछ भी पहन के पहुँच जाते थे, but यहाँ पे most organizations will have a dress code, and even if they don't have a dress code, you should dress appropriately. There without there being any said rules. So one is that, and I don't necessarily think that's a challenge. For me, for one, I think structure, it lends a good balance, and you have that clear line of distinction. Ki this is my workspace and this is my personal space. And for someone who's involved in fashion, I quite like it because I have 2 sets of different sartorial choices to make. But in all honesty and in seriousness, I think challenges kuch nahi. When you're making that shift, there's so much to learn. Rather than thinking about the challenges, just be open to the possibility of learning rather than thinking about ki iske challenge kya hai. That's not the right approach to take when you're going. Just you're entering a new field. Everyone knows that you're entering a new field. And in the corporate setup also, that people are very helpful. They want you to grow. They've got you in their firm because they want you to succeed. Everyone is going to only set you up for success.
Yeah.
So have faith and just be willing to learn. I don't think you should think about challenges as such unless and until you encounter them for real.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think one thing which Priyanka talked about is openness during that initial days, right? That will help you to adjust in a corporate world. And that is very important for this new generation, like because you come with your own notions when you join the corporate world. That okay, I'm expecting this from an organization. Don't expect anything from an organization. Let yourself settle down. उसमें जो वो चाहते हैं वो करने की कोशिश करो. And then automatically you will be settling down and you will have your own like friends around it. वो सब मिलेगा. And as Priyanka said, like challenges कुछ नहीं है जब आप job join कर रहे हैं. Everything is your notion. क्या वो आपको challenge की तरह लग रहा है? Because वो भी एक opportunity है आपको उस area में succeed करने के लिए. क्योंकि हो सकता है कुछ नहीं आता होगा. Whenever people come from campus, they think हमें हर कुछ आता है, right? But वो होता नहीं है. कुछ चीजें पढ़ी हैं, कुछ चीजें नहीं पढ़ी हैं. तो और जो वहाँ पे करोगे वो थोड़ा different भी हो सकता है. So keep yourself open. That's it, right? That will help you in growing in a corporate world. One more question, Priyanka, because now the world is changing, and there is a lot of intervention of artificial intelligence, and specifically in this field, which we are talking about today. How you think it has already impacted the work environment? And I'm not saying it's a challenge. I'm saying this can be a friend, right? That how it has positively impacted the challenge and how you look up to AI for new things coming into this industry.
I think that's a good way in which you framed the question, because a lot of times when we think about the impact of AI, especially Gen AI, we there is a lot of fear associated with it. कि, हमारी job खा लेगा.
Yes.
That's the big thing. But I think instead of uh, thinking of Gen AI like that, what is Gen AI's impact? I think the question should be, in the way in which we should look at Gen AI, is how can I use
Yes.
Gen AI?
Yeah.
Because increasingly we will have to use Gen AI if we are not doing it already.
Yeah.
And I think that in our field, in the field of content creation, and especially where I'm working, in the
Mhm.
business of, say, report generation or publishing reports, content is really everything.
Yes.
And so I think we need to make Gen AI or AI our friend. We need to look at it as an ally, not as competition,
Mhm.
because it can only help us enhance our skills. So if you haven't started using, Chat GPT or Claude or Gemini, start using it. See, if you have any questions, and it's not only related to language, it could be anything.
Anything.
It could be anything. Wherever you're stuck and नहीं समझ आ रहा कि अब इसका क्या करूं, अब डाल दो उसको एक बारी chat GPT में, see what it throws up. And I think we need, because I really feel, and I read this somewhere, I think Deborah Cops said this recently, that Gen AI will not replace jobs. It's people with Gen AI skills who will replace other people.
Yes.
So I think we need to look at, we need to start using Gen AI. And I use it myself too. And, the editors in my team also use Gen AI. And I think it's, and it has some valuable additions to give. And not only in the sphere of language, I've also used it to perhaps create metrics for the team or things like that. And I think we should start using it. We should start playing around with it if we are not doing it already. There is, of course, and I also believe it can't replace humans, because everything has to be reviewed. A lot of times you end up just correcting things, or you end up trashing things.
We all
as
have
well.
seen what Gemini has done, right? it was all over the news. So,
Yeah.
So we need to be careful with these tools as well.
Yeah. But I think at the same time, we should start using them, testing them, experimenting with them to see where they help us, solve our purpose better and more effectively.
Great. Thank you. And I think it's important to understand कि ये एक tools and जो हम हमें सीखने ही पड़ेंगे. If you are going into a job इनके बिना, then again there will be someone else, as you said, कि जिसने सीख रखे हैं, they will take your job. They are not taking someone else's job, but the people who know them, they will take your job. So good point. One more, like when I now I'm into this particular area, right? Editorial, maybe it's an internal communications or publishing or reporting and editor, right? ऐसी कौन सी 4 या 5 skills हैं जो which will make me a successful person in this industry?
In the communication
Yes.
space? So as I said, as in, one, you need to have a genuine love for communication. One is that how do I really get my point across to the audience? How do I communicate what they care about, what they need to know, the problem that I can solve for them? What do I really have to communicate? One is that. As second is, you need to have an excellent grasp over grammar. As I said, not a good writer doesn't necessarily translate into a good editor. So that is really important, that you need to know the basics right. Then you also need to have excellent verbal and written communication skills. That is really there. And last, keen attention to detail. And actually there's one final point, that you have to be willing to learn all through your life. I think we like we were talking to you, Manya, about ki, when you join the corporate space, you have to have that willingness and open mind, so that you're willing to learn. That willingness to learn doesn't end at that, the 2 years once you enter the corporate setup. You have to be willing to learn through your life. Like, for example, right now we're just learning Gen AI. We're learning what are the skills that come with it. We don't know We don't know yet. Probably prompting is the new skill that we all need to learn, But you have to have that open mindset throughout to be able to, amp your skills.
Ma'am, throughout the years, आपने बहुत सारी industries के साथ काम करा है. Which has been the best experience for you?
Professional services.
Professional
I think,
services.
yeah, professional services. I think it offers the right balance of, work, life, personal life. It's given me a lot of stability. It's the space where, I think I thrive the most. And yeah, I generally love the space. And I also love the space because I'll tell you what, in a lot of professional services firm, the editorial function is not very big. And especially for smaller setups or like, say, boutique professional services firms, the function is still evolving. There is so much that an editor can do. Like, when I joined this role and even in my previous firm, I joined in an IC profile given and very, very honestly told that this आपको सिर्फ इसमें एडिटिंग ही मिलेगी, इसमें और कुछ नहीं है. Okay, and I knew that I was getting into perhaps a very boring profile. But then, you just see opportunities around you and then you say, okay, I think, these analysts need some, training intervention. Or I think that, these communications need to be edited. And I think this team might need some help. So you gradually make inroads and, you can you get into coaching, you get into internal communications, you get into group training and things like that. So there is so much that one can also do within the space of professional services firms because the firms are also in a high growth dynamic kind of mode where you can make your way the way you want in some cases at least.
Thank you. आखिरी क्वेश्चन, आपकी प्रोफाइल में एक फ्रेज लिखा है Beyond Grammar Girl. According to you, how would you describe that phrase?
Good question. I wasn't prepared for it. So I think the reason why I chose the Beyond Grammar Girl is because of course, we all know the Grammar Girl, and she's my much more famous, alter ego sister, whatever it is, the right word for it. But I felt that an editor typically is considered to be a grammar girl. And I wanted to break that notion. I wanted to go against it to say that an editor at heart, a good editor at heart, is essentially a good communicator. And therefore, there is so much beyond grammar that goes into making one an effective communicator. And that's why I chose the Beyond Grammar Girl.
That's a very nice meaning behind the phrase.
Thank you. Thanks, Priyanka. Thanks, Manya, for this conversation. We'll move on to the next section, which is beyond this now.
Abhi, kaun si section hai? I thought ho gaya.
That is a fun section.
Okay.
So we'll get into that. But to everyone, if you like this conversation, do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And do reach out if you have any feedback and if you want to address any particular topic. We will try to cover it in our upcoming episodes. So do share it. So we will move into the next section, which is more of a rapid fire type of, and which will not talk about editor space here.
Right.
I think being you are into English literature, you have done that. Any one book which you will recommend to every one of us?
Okay, the one I don't read much of fiction, so if you're looking for a fiction book,
anything.
My sort of Bible is Atomic Habits. I think every single one of us should read it. It's and not only for what it what it asks us to do or practice, but for the way in which it is written. It is written also in such a simple manner, and increasingly I have come to believe that there's nothing that beats simplicity. So for the way in which it is written is so remarkable. Every single one of us can understand it. So I would really recommend all of us to read The Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Great. If you have to give one advice to 23-year-old self of yours, what will be that advice?
I think I just went with my gut when I was 23, and I would still want to go with my gut when I am at whatever age I am right now. So I would just tell, I don't know what advice I would give myself. But in general, if it is for all 23-year-olds, then it would be just to listen to your gut and be open in life.
Great. How you define success for yourself?
That is a very good question, because I haven't really thought about what really would success mean for me. I'm someone who's not very in the very traditional sense of the word ambitious or looking for success as such. I think at a general stage where I feel that what I'm doing is creating impact within my organization, within my community, and I'm also able to sort of manage my family life well. I think that would really define success for me.
Great. And that's really good. Yeah, that's what we wanted to know, that what you think, right? And usually a lot of people don't even think in their lives that, oh, am I successful? A lot of people do think about it, but a lot of people is, जो चल रहा है वो चल रहा है, अच्छा चल रहा है, तो क्या सोचना क्या है, right?
I think ऐसा ही है मेरा भी. इससे पहले मैंने सोचा नहीं था, अभी आज बैठ के सोचा मैंने क्या है success.
One more question. How you unwind yourself from your work? I know you said balance chahiye, but to unwinding yourself, what you do?
I love to spend time with myself. And I think ये थोड़ा सा once you reach, I think 35, उसके बाद ये phase आता है, you want your me time, और आपको कोई नहीं चाहिए आपके आसपास, दूर हो जाओ मुझसे, मुझे छोड़ दो. मतलब ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, but I just enjoy my बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजों से मुझे खुशी मिलती है आजकल. लाइक आई इवन एंजॉय माय बेड टाइम, माय बेड टी. उसमें भी मैं आधा पौन घंटा निकाल सकती हूँ. दैट्स माय अनवाइंड फॉर द डे. आई डू योगा करती हूँ मैं, तो आई रियली एंजॉय डूइंग दैट. मुझे बस ऐसा कुछ स्पेसिफिक नहीं है. आई जस्ट लाइक डू. मुझे घर के काम भी आजकल करने बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं. लाइक आई सिंपल एक्ट्स ऑफ जस्ट पुटिंग क्लोथ्स इन द वॉशर, पुटिंग देम अप टू ड्राई. I just enjoy being with myself and doing things at my pace. I think that's really what defines it. मुझे अपने टाइम पे अपने हिसाब से छोड़ दो, मैं अपने काम करती रहूं. I think that's how I largely unwind.
So thanks Priyanka, thanks Manya for joining us for this episode today. It was pleasure talking to you.
Thank you for having me to co-host.
Great.
And thank you so much for having me over. It was such a pleasure talking to both of you.
Thanks Priyanka.
It was really great you telling us things that might help us in our careers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So this was our episode with Priyanka, and we had a co-host today with us, Manya. So it was great session. There were a few things which Priyanka taught us around to be successful in this particular space. Is that one, you should have love for the language, right? A good communication skills, verbal and written both. And you have to be beyond a grammar person. You just can't focus on grammar. And simplistic writing and simplistic communication is very important. Attention to detail is another aspect. So guys, please do focus on these things when you are starting new into your corporate life, or if you are moving into this particular role. So these are the some hacks which we have shared today. So if you enjoyed this episode, do let us know. Do share your feedback, and please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. We want to reach to the right audience, so it will be a big help. And one last thing, if you want any other topic to be covered in our upcoming episodes, do write to us. We are available on our Gmail, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So you can reach out to us there. So for now, this is me, Abhishek Mittal, signing off from Wisdom Whispers with Abhishek Mittal. We will be back next week with another episode. Thanks.